Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations.
Dear Christopher, here is your friend Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy.
The island also has lots and lots of railway lines. Who's that puffing down the track? It's Thomas! Hello, Thomas! Hello, everybody! Welcome to the island of Sodor.
Today on the island of Sodor, we'll see Thomas meet a new yellow engine called Molly. Then see Edward find a way to be really useful. Then find out that Gordon has a problem. But first, Thomas is very excited. Percy, Diesel, and James all want to go to the Washdown. But Emily is blocking their way. She will have to move before any of them can get there. Who do you think will get to the Washdown first? Here comes James. But how will he get Emily to move? He's blowing his whistle at her as loudly as he can. That's not very kind. Emily doesn't move, so James can't get to the Washdown. Now Diesel is going to try. What will he do to get Emily to move? Diesel is trying to shunt Emily out of the way. That's not very kind at all, and it isn't working. Emily has put on her brakes even harder. So Diesel can't get to the Washdown either. Here comes Percy. What do you think he will do? Percy isn't whistling or trying to shunt Emily out of the way. He's asking her kindly. Would you mind moving, please, Emily? It's worked. Emily is moving into the siding. Percy will be first to the Washdown, and all because he asked kindly. Edward, the really useful engine. The engines on the island of Sodor are good at different things. Gordon is a very good express. Percy is good at carrying the mail. And when Edward is not hauling freight cars, he is very good at being a back engine. When engines have heavy loads, Edward buffers up behind and helps push. But Edward is old. Some engines think this makes him unreliable.
Edward is a useless old steampot, Gordon sniffed. He should be retired.
But he doesn't have tires, Percy said. Retired, said Thomas, means taken out of service.
And not a moment too soon, said Gordon.
And the other big engines agreed with him. But Percy was very upset. Later, his driver asked him why he looked so glum. Percy told him about Edward. The big engines don't think he's useful anymore, he said. Percy's driver saw Sir Topham Hatt and told him what Percy had said.
I will attend to the matter immediately, said Sir Topham Hatt.
So Topham Hatt had a plan.
The new loop line is completed, he said to Edward. I want you to teach Stepney how to run it properly.
But, sir, he asked, who will look after the freight cars?
Duck will do your work, Sir Topham Hatt replied.
When the other engines heard Duck was going to help them, they were pleased. Duck is very reliable, said Henry.
It makes no difference to me, said Gordon pompously. I don't need a back engine.
And he wheeshed away. Edward enjoyed working with Stepney. It was great fun delivering passengers to stations in the beautiful countryside. But Duck was not happy. The trucks were playing their silly games.
Duck should play with other ducks, 'cause he's no good at pulling trucks. Quack, 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 hold back,
They giggled. Duck found himself going slower and slower and slower. Halfway up Gordon's hill, his wheels stopped altogether. Duck was stuck. Oh no, said his driver. This is Gordon's line. Duck's guard phoned the signalman to warn him.
It's too late to switch Gordon to the middle line, said the signalman. You'll have to flag him down.
Gordon saw the guard.
If I stop on this hill, I'll never get started again,
he said crossly, and he buffered up to Duck. Gordon tried to set off again, but his wheels spun and spun. It's no use. We need the back engine, said the driver. I'll send for Edward. Gordon was cross. Edward was excited. He was going to be the back engine for 2 trains. Edward cheerfully buffered up, and the strange train set off. They chuffed gently into the station. Look at that, laughed the boy. The back engine must be the strongest and the best. Gordon was embarrassed. Sir Topham Hatt spoke severely to Gordon.
You have said rude things about Edward, Sir Topham Hatt said. He proved today that he is useful, reliable, and very helpful.
Gordon felt very ashamed. The next morning, Gordon apologized.
Thank you for helping me, Edward, puffed Gordon. You really are a useful engine.
It's good to be back, Edward chuffed happily. Sir Topham Hatt's plan had worked. There was no more talk about Edward retiring. Emily likes working on the Sodor Railway. And she likes to do a good job. So do all the other engines. I wonder which of them she'll meet today. Here's Gordon, but he's going so fast, he's blown steam in Emily's face. Emily thinks Gordon is being rude. But she sees that he is pulling the express. Gordon is getting his passengers where they are going as fast as he can. Emily respects Gordon for doing a good job. Now here's Toby, but he's going very slowly. Emily thinks Toby is being a lazy old slow coach. But then she sees that Toby has slowed down because there are sheep on his line. Emily respects Toby for being careful. Now here's Salty. Look at all those freight cars full of horrid old fish. Emily thinks Salty is silly for liking such smelly work. But then she sees how quickly he moves the cars around. Emily respects Salty for being so good at moving troublesome trucks. Gordon, Toby, and Salty have all done their jobs very well. And Emily knows why she should respect them. Now it's time to do her job well, so that they will all respect her. Good luck, Emily.